hedge the build for your position 1. I don't think there's anyone playing the one that wants to do that. Maybe the Shadow Blade first. And even that, I don't think Slarks are doing that anymore. I mean, that item is pretty dead, to be honest. So good drafting from NoPing, though. As we talked about, the Viper protection, they already had the Hoodwink, minimal breaks available. So, good stuff, a much-deserved win, and now we get this Game 3 decider. I'm kind of glad it wasn't a blowout, at least for Thunder Predator, because now we get to really see who's the better team in this last final matchup.
Oh, man. No breaks in this train, huh?
Worth remembering. Peru servers.
Woo. Yep. The server omen holds true. So with that said, let's jump in. The jungle awaits. Your chariot, good sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying this because maybe the viewers don't know. Even though NoPing has mainly Peruvian and Bolivian players, they are all in Brazil. So the server does matter. It's not only HFN here. And they actually snatched the Viper.
Okay.
Look at that.
Oh, we get some. I mean, we talk a lot about this Panda Viper, but MJZ overall is probably our greediest 5 usually. This guy is the one who's very good at playing that Phoenix, or he's done the Lina, he's done the Mars. So I feel like Viper's easy mode for him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They also have a full green lineup. I like the way, it meshes with the jungle. Really happy about that.
Maybe they'll go 4-legged lineup. Oh, yeah. We got the mounted lineup. See? There you go.
Green versus legs. I love it.
Okay.
I like that, you appreciate a good color-coordinated draft, Bowie. It makes me wonder if you could, in another life that you were like an interior decorator or something. Just sitting there arranging furniture. I could see it.
I mean, Medusa would have been so good for them. It's green, but they ban it. Okay. They're banning the green heroes here just so Thunder Predator doesn't get a fully green lineup.
Yeah, no one wants to lose to the color-coordinated strat.
Yeah,
truly embarrassing at that point.
10 seconds remaining.
Did they ban Beastmaster in the last game, or am I crazy?
No, that was game 1, I think.
Oh, game 1, yeah, because we talk about the Axis strat, and I do feel like Beastmaster still has his very limited but real
let
place.
it go. He's dead. Don't try and revive him.
The helm of the Dominator, man. No mid.
You're like the guy that sees this like starling, or pigeon or something just on the ground in the middle of the street and starts giving it mouth to mouth, man. Just let it go. All right. It's dead. It's over. All right.
Yeah.
He's gone. Okay.
Okay.
Just get it into your head.
I mean, you said some very strong, bold words before the last game started. Okay.
Hey, those are all before the first one was picked.
Maybe we should
defense.
tone down how we're saying things.
Good slam, buddy. That was harsh. Tone down how you're saying things, Trent.
Got him. Can I say?
All right, so they took the throw here. I don't think they care about the Luna. I think you just give it away to the Predator.
10 seconds.
I don't think anybody cares about Luna. I know her win rate doesn't reflect that.
Hero.
Like in DPC, I think she's still positive, but
I don't think has she climbed back up to positive? I don't know.
Oh, is she still deep in the negatives?
Oh no,
I
she's
thought
still
she
deep.
was...
She has 40 picks. Pretty well picked. She's at a 37% win rate.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Might be.
Yeah, she's not,
Garbage.
Not looking hot.
I think this is probably one of the biggest differences between pub, like high MMR pubs versus competitive, because Luna's win rate is actually good in Dota 2 Pro Tracker, but but doesn't seem to work in competitive games.
She gets played very slowly in competitive games. I don't know if she has to be played that way, but every time I see a Luna, it's like they're just thinking about the jungle and the ancients and my third item.
Mask of Madness every game.
Yeah. And that gets punished far more rarely in pubs compared to pros.
True.
Do we ban the Nature's Prophet? Right now, Moose is sitting there like, do we pick the Nature's Prophet? Or are we done with this hero?
I vote ban.
It is green.
I definitely vote ban.
I think our Spirit is already a pretty good hero against NP. I wonder if NoPing would go for NP anyways.
I just think he plays two heroes a lot better than the other ones. And you already have the Viper, so he's not playing TA. So, like, just ban the NP. It's improved by Centaur. It's improved by ABBA. They shore up some of his weaknesses.
I mean, they picked NP and didn't look good, okay?
What are we doing? Are we slarking? What's happening?
Wow, even against the Centaur as well. Void,
Interesting.
one of the better matchups. Where are we going here?
Weaver? Like, what else comes to mind? Invoker?
Yeah,
Dude.
Whistle
Whistleback?
is definitely.
Are
they
an
We talk
interesting
about
hero.
we talk about curveballs a lot. Thunder Predator's throwing a change up
5
here.
seconds remaining.
Huh. Well, maybe they just know something that we don't. Maybe they screamed against NoPing. They know that they're playing Void because they didn't show that, but
No, Bowie,
Oh.
forget about that. They're doing something weird.
No, something's coming.
They're working
It's
on
gonna
it.
be some Weaver Slark or something. You know, it's got to be right. Like
I
surely
mean,
they.
Clockwork. This is interesting.
Clock
Conceptually has
this is-
options
this is-
against
This
Stampede.
is either Core Clock or Core
5
Viper,
seconds remaining.
which is
Our
I
core
hope
Earth
it's
Spirit,
not
I guess.
Core Clock. And this means you're literally showing that Viper is a core, which is usually not how we want to flex heroes. So yeah, this is. Ugh.
I mean, it could
Not a
be a
big fan.
3 Viper though, and a 5 clock. Which is
I
probably
thought
what
that's
it
what it
is.
is.
But you're still just like showing
Yeah.
where he is.
But
right?
at least it's not your mid, so I don't
Yeah.
know. And you know the support's an
Radiant
ABBA,
team pick.
so you don't care that much about the dispel necessarily.
All right, back to game one. Mr. Mago.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, man, I
Matthew?
don't want to pick Weaver, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm out on that.
10 seconds remaining.
So other MNZ heroes here is Terrorblade and off.
All right, they still did it.
Weaver anyways.
Wow. Okay. So the reason why I said they don't want to do that probably is just because like the Weaver versus the Tiny is kind of a classic. Like obviously you can burst him down before he gets his ulti off, which is kind of scary. And now this, if anything, this definitely puts the pressure on them to make this a 2 Tiny. If they were planning on maybe leaving it for Matthew, obviously we know Dark Mago loves the hero anyway, but now it's
5
very, very
seconds
tempting.
remaining.
But I really think this was completely
Dire team
telegraphed by
back.
that Faceless Void ban.
Yeah, I agree.
So now they go for a potential laner that can go versus the Weaver, but also go mid.
Versus the Viper. Yeah.
Interesting.
Man.
Man.
Wow, I am so
Radiant
confused. This
team
draft is
back.
completely different.
They
from
need
the
a
other
save
two.
hero for like 100%. They need a
Dire
save
team
hero
ban.
versus
Yeah,
Tiny
they ban
and
Legion
Bat.
straight up.
Yeah.
Just take Oracle.
Can they fit it?
Yeah, no, they can't. That's true.
Unless we're 3 clocking, baby.
Yes, 3 o'clock, mid Viper, and you let's pick Oracle.
Omni Knight, it's your time.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
Why is
Seriously.
3 o'clock so bad?
It's just it doesn't farm, it
5
doesn't
seconds
push.
remaining.
It just it has a cooldown every 60 seconds that you can
Yeah,
miss.
but he initiates from across the map, then Weaver can scoot in and kill people. It's awesome,
yeah,
man.
but
I mean, there's
if
definitely
you're
benefits to
getting
it.
kills and you're not taking the tower. It's kind of
It's an amazing counterplay to Bat Rider. He jumps in and grabs somebody, clocks in and grabs him. Everybody's grabbing each other. It gets weird.
Radiant team back.
I am not a big fan of the clock core, but I'm always ready to be proved wrong.
Maybe they like 3 the Weaver and go some weird one, like a PA or something.
Oh,
Or they go
I
back
think
to
I
the bristle.
suggested 3 Weaver once,
10
and you
seconds.
kind of.
Oh, it's bad. I think it's bad.
I'm
but
fine with it.
and, like for a minus armor strat or something, maybe.
Basically, what Trent's trying to say, if you read in between the lines, is that Thunder Predator are in big trouble, and they really need to dig deep here. If that's that's my interpretation.
Either that, or they're going this like crazy skirmish style, and they're gonna pick like
10
some wild,
seconds
like
remaining.
Monkey King-esque hero, and we're just fighting like Void Spirit, Ember,
5
and
seconds remaining.
their main problem right now is they're not necessarily that great at pushing down towers, / Roche necessarily.
I think a curveball is coming here.
I think so too.
I feel like
I think it's gonna be like
they're
the
gonna-
bristle or something. Like they're just doing it themselves.
Radiant team pick. Luna.
Oh my god! You gotta
Oh.
be kidding me!
Now
Oh.
they take the Luna?
please,
Please,
oh
just
God,
bristle.
If they go Luna.
Please, bristle.
Can Batrider just crush the bristle mid?
I don't know, but
I
it
don't
would just
think
be
he
too
crushes
funny.
him.
I mean, it's true. He I don't know with the buffs. Like it should be
10
theoretically even
seconds
better.
remaining.
But I also wonder if you'd even be able to take him.
I think it kind of
5
cuts both
seconds
ways, and I
remaining.
think you end up just farming a lot of jungle and stuff because, I don't know,
I
scary
don't
to,
like
to
this
try to.
Luna. I know it's HFN
All right,
Luna, and I know he
Darkseer.
has a history of it. Darkseer.
Darkseer builds
Oh,
auras.
Yep.
Reflection of the Luna.
Mhm.
Viper mid.
Illusion of the Luna.
Yeah.
That's actually
I'm
pretty
down for
sick.
Darkseer.
You have the Clockwork and the Earth
Weaver
Spirit.
and Earth. Oh, yeah. All right.
The only
and
downside
Weaver
is you
are like-
save. I mean, outside
Well,
of
I mean-
Greaves, you know.
And Surge is like a half save for Viper, at least.
Camp Brood.
Oh, actually, yeah, I had this stat and I forgot to talk to you guys about it. Out of the 4 offlaners that we're gonna have playing today, from Thunder Predator, NoPing, Infamous, and Beast Coast, how many wins those offlaners have combined as Broodmother?
0.
Choose your hero.
You're right. They are 0 and 12.
Oh
playing
my
Broodmother
God.
offlane.
That's pretty
But
good.
okay, then I'll just grab the Storm. So
So-
this is an offlane Viper.
Yeah, it wasn't so crafty. We were kind of right. Frank takes the Viper. They pick the Leo hero last, and this will just be a position 5 Clockwork. So Dark Mago now grabs Bat Rider for mid. It is going to be Matthew on Tiny. And of course, no surprise, HFN grabs the Luna there for some position 1 action. Wow. All right, so our game 3 decider. What do we like here?
I think Luna versus Clock Earthbird is always scary. You have 2 supports that can jump you, in cores that can follow up to the jump, so that gets me very, very scared. I kind of like this Bat Rider versus Storm. It could be a good lane, maybe with the buffs. I didn't see this played recently, but I have to give the advantage to Thunder Predator. Better server,
there
and I
he
think
is.
slightly better draft.
Yeah, even with some of the oddness, I think that they're very confident in this Weaver with like the way that they set up with the Faceless Void, and they still went for it after the Tiny, so that makes me think that they're not really concerned about it. And it is a 4 Tiny, so it's fine. It worked out in the end. Would not have done very well versus like the Storm and stuff. So yeah, I'm going Thunder Predator too. I think the Luna feels a little bit slow these days, but rather than just like picking who's gonna win, for Thunder Predator, I'm expecting like really heavy aggression, and I think that's the best way for them to win this game. I'm not sure. I'll be curious what the items are for Viper. That'd be a pretty cool determining factor in terms of like how aura based is it,
Yeah.
or do you go like Atos or something instead to like enable that jungle incursions on the early game? That should be kind of neat.
There's a lot of mobility in general. You got Thunder Predator with this Weaver, Storm, Clockwork, Earth Spirit, like a lot of fast-moving heroes that can close gaps quickly. But then on the flip side, you've got this Centaur, Bat Rider, Tiny, a lot of Blink Dagger carriers there, obviously Stampede. That to me usually signifies like a bloody mid game, and I'm excited for that here. Any thoughts about Roche control? Neither side really has amazing Roche heroes.
I think Thunder Predator
Weaver,
is just
but-
slightly better because of the Weaver, but I agree. It's kind of mediocre on both sides. I'm trying to think about HFN's build this game. If he feels very afraid, I wonder if Dragon lands into Pike. I know it's not common, but I do really feel like he needs the HP, and he is against the Clockwork, so there's always going to be value. In the Forest Staff, you can't really use the Center Stampede out of Cogs. So I'm just curious to see. I guess it really depends on how his lane goes. If he has a free lane, he might just go madness.
Or how farmed Matthew gets. Matthew might be able to get him a force too,
Right.
Yeah.
potentially.
Okay.
Hey, they fixed the courier bug. That's nice. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, that is good.
Wait, which courier bug?
The one where they're not all clumped together anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nice. Thanks, Valve.
Okay.
Woo! Quality of life. All right. Well, we've got to pause, so no rush here, but let's hand it over to the commentary duo so they get a chance to break down the draft. It's Gary. It's Steven. Gents, game 3. We've got a Luna again. Do we favor her chances this time?
Ooh, yeah, it's looking a little bit difficult from my perspective anyway. When you've got Cogs, Nether Toxin, I think Bowie might be right. A Hurricane Pike to disengage from that because Stampede is not going to save you. And you're going to be stuck in that Nether Toxin. It looks like a pretty rough one as Luna's win rate continues to crumble, Theban. How do you feel about it?
I hate Luna.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I think in this game, NoPing, or at least in the past when they did pick Luna, they had buffers like Ogre Magi and maybe like Solar Crest
Invoker.
buyers. Right. In this game, it's Abaddon. Abaddon's gonna have to like buy Solar Crest, and sometimes it's hard for him to do that if he's having a rough game, which I think he's going to be having in the early laning stage. You're laning against an Earth Spirit and a Viper. The shield is nice to remove the poison attack, but the poison attacks will start stacking right back up in the lane. So let's see how the laning stage goes for NoPing. And if Luna can actually get free farm early on, then we will see her getting stronger and stronger. But this Weaver pick, though, I love it. I'm not a big fan of Weaver in this current patch. I think it's also like a subpar carry hero, but against the heroes that he's playing against, it's going to be really, really valuable.
Yeah, even if there is a Tiny, that's kind of the only threat, and it's a pos for Tiny, right? As Matthew takes up the reins on the little Pebble Boy. That's the only one you have to really, really worry about getting the combo off.
Right, and it's a position 4, so you know he's not going to be having too many high levels early on, and he's not going to have an early Blink Dagger either. So by that point, when he does have Blink, I fully expect MNZ to have 2 items that allow him to tank up and mitigate that damage. So I see the Weaver, running circles on Luna, running circles on Abaddon, the Bat Rider, and these heroes not being able to deal with him.
What kind of item builds do we usually see on Weaver? Is it still like Falcon Blade, Maelstrom, Sandra Nyasha kind of thing?
Falcon Blade, Maelstrom. I think Lincoln's is an incredibly good item this game because you're playing against Bat. So just being able to remove the lasso factor gives you good sustain too. And we see here he's actually going top with the Weaver. Viper's bottom. They want to avoid the Abaddon here, I think, with the Viper. But Frank, is he seen under this ward?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they saw him
Moose
go
sees
again.
Panda Boo though, and they see
Feels like
Moose
Matthew
bottom.
knows.
Yeah, there's a good chance Panda Boo might actually just stick around bottom, play with the Centaur. Is he gonna toss back? Any toss back plays here? Curse of Avernus?
He's going to toss him into the Abaddon, yeah. So
Curse
away from the lane.
Yeah, they're swapping lanes. They want to get the Abaddon and the Luna bottom against the Viper. And Matthew gonna TP out top, gonna get all the XP for himself. Oh, that feels so good as a Tiny. Position 4.
Give me those levels. Give me the Tombo a bit earlier on. So as Thunder Predator, do you respect this and say, okay, you've made your lane swap, we'll stick around, or do you make the lane swap back?
No need. You just chill here. If you want to like make the lane swap back, you're just ruining your levels and your potential. Bottom lane with this Viper Earth Spirit, you can potentially boulder smash either the Abaddon or the Luna into the tower.
Matthew's trying for the Avalanche Toss combo into Oscar's Stomp. There's a lot of damage, actually. Minos, he's going to die. He popped the stick, but he still died. I thought Matthew was going on a bit of a feed to wander into them, but he makes a massive play.
Very big play. You know that Shikuchi level 1 has a 12-second cooldown. So it's really hard if you get out of position there. And that's very nice. The first blood.
That's a level 2 Tiny. He's getting close to cracking level 3, honestly. Oh, that's huge for their top lane to start off like that now. Oscar Centaur's going to be pretty happy. Oh, he's got his bracer up, 500 gold towards his Ring of Health.
We got a lot of very interesting lanes this game. I think there's kill potential on all 3 lanes, possibly.
Like Bat versus Storm. Leo style putting the damage towards Dark Margot. But it does have to be...
Panda Boo.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get out. Okay. They're not gonna chase him. Frank's only level 2 right now. He wants that level 2 poison attack first before he really hard commits with his mana pool. And Leo style and Dark Mago mid just flirting with each other here.
7 stacks.
Lots of damage. Yeah, this is a really scary lane for both heroes. Dark Mago, if he does want to kill Leo style, he's gonna need to skill up that flame break at some point.
He's going to drag the wave, it looks like. So he's forcing Leo style to try and farm under his tower. Or chase
Leo
him.
style's going to be happy with that.
I guess he's going to take a decent amount of damage. And he doesn't have bottle, right? So that regen isn't there for Leo style. He's got Boots Wand.
Yeah, but I think if he can get all these creeps for free, he's so happy. He is so happy right now. Dark
Looks
Knight
like
is playing
Oscar
his own game.
With Matthew again. Two-man stomp.
He's in
They
this.
caught the Weaver. Shikuchi not enough to get him away from the sentry ward. Yeah.
Yep.
Trading out Centaur for the Weaver. Now 2 deaths up on Minos.
Oh man, Matthew's gonna be level 4 now. Whew.
So remember when we were
He's a
talking
big
about
boy.
that position 4 Tiny not having levels or gold or experience or anything? He's basically playing as the 3 the way this lane's gone.
Yeah, he is. And MJZ, he's got to buy a sentry for this Weaver because this is the only way that MNZ can have a potential bad game is if the sentry stays alive. Panda Boo, yeah, he's dead. Level 3 Frank.
Oh, one more hit. There you go. Got his shield off.
Let's see if Moose tries to go on HFN here before Panda Boo's back in this lane. It could be a potentially good go. He's just trying to get a pull going first.
Yeah, you can see how defensive they're being.
Again.
They've killed off MJZ top. Yeah, Matthew really skirting that line between life and death, towing it very,
Just toss
very
back.
delicately.
This grenades. Like, it's just an alley-oop actually to Oscar, right? And then he can just get the nice hoof stomp, double edge
Dunks
off.
it.
Yeah, they're doing really good plays with Matthew here. Level 4.5 now. Going to middle. They want to try and get a kill on Leo Style before he's level 6, possibly.
Looks like MJZ's kind of read that rotation, wanted to go and look at the bounty rune, but it's already been nabbed up by Matthew. And down bottom, Frank. It looks like the Dire team finally having a crack at the Viper,
Nice
but
slow.
in rolls Moose, the two-man
Very
kick
nice
in the
slow.
roll. They find the Viper with Lucent Beam. Moose
Not enough.
unable to stick on the Luna, so just trading for the support of Pandaboo.
Yeah. Listen Beam plus Miss Coil. Lots of magic damage there. And HFN is going to be half resources, and Pandaboo doesn't have a TP anymore. So even though they got the kill on the Viper here, what does HFN do next? He doesn't have regen. He's going to have to wait for Pandaboo to walk all the way back bottom, and that means he's going to lose like a wave and a half.
Where's my salve, Pandaboo? Come on, bring it down
It's
here.
on
And
the way, sir.
the Bassi
TP's
too.
on cooldown.
Walk faster. Top rune. Matthew looks like he was trying to move on to Leo Style again. Both of them now, Storm and Bat, have hit level 6. And it looks like Bat's holding a point, whether he wants the Flame Break or the Lasso. And he does try the Lasso play.
Close.
The fastball
Very
lightning.
close. Matthew doesn't have a Tombo anyway here. Not enough mana for it. So he's waiting to sticking around. Oh, gets a big D ward on Matt.
Oh, does he? The zip D ward. Deny it and roll
Matthew's
onto the
going on.
Tiny, still being gone on. Yeah, Leo Style, he's thirsty for this one. And a roll towards Dark Mago is going to connect on the Bat Rider. They missed the kick. Matthew's
missed.
still going to get hit. As Moose and Leo Style can pair up onto this Bat who doesn't have Firefly for another 5 seconds, but with an Napalm stacking and Leo Style low on
gonna
mana.
lasso him.
He's going to go for this. Good Vortex, buys a bit of space. The Lasso's still coming though, and the Firefly's there. Silenced up for a second by
Super
Moose. The
dead.
ball, he's not far enough away. Dark Mago
Doesn't
chases
even
it
need the
down.
lasso.
Yeah. And they get the kill they wanted anyway.
Yeah, and they're gonna get the refill on the bottle, and the mid tower is being pressured thanks to the catapult. This is really concerning here for a TP on the mid. What is the Storm gonna do when he's alive though? Is he gonna go bottom or is he gonna go back middle? Because I would love to see a kill here onto HFN with Storm just reviving right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's, what, level 4, half HP. Trying
Yeah, here, he's TPing down here. But look at Dark Mago too, Gary. He's also walking down here. This could be a potential trade.
They're going to kill Luna and Pandaboo. And Dark Mago is in a 1v2. Lasso onto the Viper, drag him forward, try to chase the Storm as well. So getting a lot of damage spread across the two cores.
Oh my god, Dark
the Bat
Mago.
Rider, he's going to kill off the Storm. A double kill for Dark Mago. Does he want the stack as well? He's thinking about it. Like,
He's
hey,
level...
I'm just going to get all of
He's about
it.
to be level 9. He's
7
about to be
minutes
level
in.
9, 7 minutes in, yeah.
What?
And top lane, it ain't stopping.
I mean, Minos can't fight that level 3 retaliate. He's taking so much damage. They toss the
back.
clockwork into the stomp. Not enough with a double edge to finish it off, and a good roll from Moose, killing off that Centaur, and Matthew chased by Minos and Moose under the tower. So a double kill for the Weaver and some retribution for Thunder Predator.
Yeah. Let's go back to that play bottom there. Dark Mago, if he was not making that rotation towards bottom with this lasso, trying to potentially get a counterplay, if Leo Style was to TP bottom, like that read was perfect by NoPing. And making a call to go in there. Oh, HFN, he is where? What? Oh, buddy.
He's mid lane.
What you doing there?
That's not your home.
No. Oh,
Well then.
no, HFN. He got a little too happy with Dark Mago's plays, just running down mid. He's like, oh, there's creeps here. Let me go for that. And Leo Style just picks him off. It's pretty much a solo kill.
Yeah, brings him straight back into the game. I mean, he's level 7.5, you know, still behind the Bat, of course, who is nearly level 10 now. Boots a travel up. He's going to TP bottom.
He's so fast.
Yeah,
Toss
tiny
back,
combo.
but, yeah.
Avalanche, but inside the creep wave, he sticks around there, Frank. Viper Strike and
Viper
roll,
Strike
the
off.
Stampede to disengage. Gets Dark Margo into the trees. He's wanting to continue this, though, as they realize Moose has spent his spells. Diving under the tower as well, looking for that Earth Spirit. And they get the kill on Frank's Viper. The more meaningful kill there for them.
Instant smoke.
Oh, Moose is going to break it, though.
Yep.
Going to kill off the Earth Spirit. Avalanche
Level
toss.
7.
Down he goes.
It's a solid kill. Level 7.
Stupendous.
I'm going to try and get some deeper vision down there as well, NoPing. But man, Theban, this Bat Rider is huge. When's he going to finish that BKB? Like 13 minutes in? 12?
Nah. That's too fast, right? It must be like 15.
I don't know, man. If he keeps going on at this rate.
Yeah. I mean, there's too many levels on all the heroes in this game, though, Gary. That's what I'm noticing right now. Like, Earth Spirit's level 7.5. Right? Tiny's already 6.5. Bat Rider's level 10. Almost 11, by the way. Like, these are all pinatas at this point. Any kills for either side is just going to catapult them in this game. They're going to get that nice D word on this high ground, it looks like.
Yeah, finally clear through that jungle.
The person I'm most concerned with, though, is HFN. Okay. Kick him away. Okay. And he sees Panda Boo. He's like, all right, that's not a good hero to go on if Panda Boo's here.
Yeah. I mean, he just runs straight on them. Stampede expended as well. Freebie onto Moose as they get the lasso. Toss up. Viper, Frank, all caught up. He walks into his own demise. And with a catapult wave mid, it looks like NoPing want to try and convert this into at least a bit of tower damage, if not the tier 1 completely. It's already pretty low. 478 health remain.
If Dark Mago stays here and Abaddon's nearby too, this tower's dead. The only way they don't get this tower is if Dark Mago ditches. But he's not going to do it.
Well, he doesn't ditch his team.
Around.
He's looking to kill off MJZ. The mass TPs, though, coming in to try and defend Thunder Predator. They want to battle here. Vortex on the Bat Rider. That's the big kill. The Pinata you mentioned. It finally spills its goodies all on the floor. And Frank starting to stack up those poison attacks onto Oscar. Tossed back by Matthew. Save the Centaur. The roll in from Leo and Moose. The Spirit itching for battle. But it will end with a 1-for-1 trade and the tower defended by Thunder Predator.
Wow. Okay, so they bring everybody in, and Moose, he gets that really clutch silence onto Panda Boo right before he can get the Apothic Shield and the Mist Coil off onto the Bat Rider by like another second or two to be able to dish out enough damage to turn the fight. And because of that, now, like you said, the Pinata, it got popped. He's giving away a lot of gold, especially to Moose. He's got 500 gold from that kill. My God. And his team obviously also got a lot of assist gold, good XP, and they managed to defend the tier 1 tower, even though it's sitting at 155 HP right now.
It's like 5 heroes sharing all that gold and XP. Incredible for Thunder Predator to come out of that, defending their tower, and they're going to keep the Storm Spirit middle still. Looks like Tiny Bat and Abaddon lurking in the area, waiting for that 12-minute rune, which is an arcane for Dark Margot.
Oh, no. That's a big
yes!
Oh,
what do you mean,
no.
oh no?
Oh no, as in like, that is so scary. That is so scary.
He does walk into 3 heroes though. Oh, Dark Margot, the help with a shield. The silence comes out onto the Abaddon, so they can't keep the Bat Rider up. Arcane rune down.
Overconfident.
Oh no! And they've got the Storm out of the Tiny now. Oh no! Vortex Panda Boo. Yeah, Abaddon into that Nether Toxin. Thunder Predator. It feels like it's the numbers game they're playing right now. Every fight they're bringing that +1, +2.
And NoPing, they don't have this Luna factor because she's behind. She needs to farm. Centaur is also trying to get his Blink Dagger while pressuring bottom. And now they're on the defensive on NoPing, trying to def this tier 1. They get the Moose kill though. Very nice.
He rolled pretty deep. Bat Rider cheaping it towards mid.
Yeah, I think Dark Mago, like, he's overplaying his hand right now, especially with how strong he is. He feels like he can just run in and nothing to worry about as long as Panda Boo's there. But Panda Boo is not quite yet level 7, and he's got to... Dark Mago's got to slow down. He's got Boots of Travels, he's got Firefly, he's extremely fast. Okay, your position 5 Abaddon can't really keep up with you the way that you want him to.
It also feels like he's got to slow down in like a macro sense as well, thinking about that BKB. Yeah. You know, he's playing very aggressively, and you kind of get the point that he's buying time and space for HFN's Luna. But, you know, you think about it, you spend maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes just farming a little bit safer. You could have that BKB, and then the amount of space you can create theoretically increases drastically.
Yeah, he feels like his team is as strong as he is.
Yeah.
But they aren't. And they need to like get those items to catch up to where Dark Mago is in the game. So Oscar
That was a great roll.
kicks back. Oh boy.
Great prediction from Moose, and a hook shot as well, catching Pandaboo, so no saves. Stampede, the Ball Lightning, going to try and counteract it. The Avalanche,
Want
no
the
toss. They want the Centaur, but he's not going to die. Pandaboo's going to be what they have to fall back on, but a toss-back play saves up that
Weaver's here.
until Minos arrives. The backstab from the Weaver, tiny trap down in the river, pushed into the remnants by the Cogs, and Leostar is going to keep chasing him down. A double for your Storm Spirit as Bat Rider. He does arrive mid lane. No lasso, already having spent it, but a tier 1 going to be claimed by Thunder Predator, and you know, trying to fight around here so scrappily.
Yeah, Minos perfect goal from the back there. That's why you saw Leostar not zipping to that Centaur, trading his mana, the last of his mana for a kill onto the Centaur. And that looks so clean for Thunder Predator here. And they managed to take the tower mid. So they got really good control. They see this ancient stack being made, and they're probably gonna want to contest this. HFN, he's like, please guys, protect me.
Oh, they're going to ward, and they see him on the high ground. They blink the Centaur up there. I mean, Thunder Predator not wanting to fight it. So the toss, the combos, moves, he's still up on his high ground, stuck there and dead.
Yeah, that's
So
Oscar's
anxious
Blink
defender.
Dagger. When they went for that mid tower, his Blink Dagger was coming on the courier to middle. So I don't think TP realized that NoPing do have the Blink on the Centaur. And now they're going to get that kill onto the Earth Spirit and secure this Ancient Stacks.
Yeah, get that Lunar a little bit closer to that Weaver's farm. And Minos at 7.6k. Has his Sanj done, so skipped out on the Falcon Blade, went for Treads Maelstrom, Sanj and Yasha coming up.
So not the Lincoln's build, which is very interesting against the Bat Rider's Lasso.
Are you a little bit afraid with Lincoln's, like Lucent Beam pops it? Or you just never really thinking about that? That's a good
Dark Mago?
catch on the Bat
Noping can
Rider,
be it.
yeah. The double rolls. He's got an Arcane Rune, a Firefly, but can't get up to the high ground in time. An Avalanche toss, it connects. Pandaboo's ulti goes off as well, but look at Minos. He just scutters into the back lines, finds the additional targets, opens up the fight for the Clockwork. 2 hook shots in, and continues battle, forcing Luna away from her Ancients. Oscar has to dip as well.
Yeah, HFN was just hitting the Ancients while his team was being chased down. He was like, I'm not ready yet to fight. Let me farm. And HFN is just like now running across the map trying to get what he can. It feels like TP are ready to engage with 5 heroes. And NoPing only got 4 heroes at most in every fight. Because Luna can't do anything. She doesn't even have Eclipse leveled up. That's a problem with this hero. If you don't win your lane, if you don't get ahead of your opponent, and just constantly be building up your levels and your items, then this is what happens. Your team is just fighting without you. You're kind of like an anti-mage.
It was pretty nifty what he just did there, though. Courier to scout the camp so he can stack it.
Well, he's going to have to pull all the stops in this game if he's going to want to bring his team the W.
Every little play all adds up. Bullwhip now. He's going to be sent back.
And what's the Bat Rider's BKB timing? You thought it was 13 minutes, but the Pinata
Man.
got popped 3 times.
Yeah. I put all my faith in that snowball from Dark Margot. And now, 17 and a half minutes.
Yeah, he 100% overplayed his hand in this game too many times. And that kind of helped TP get back in this game.
Oh, look at that.
They want to protect the ward.
They really do, and Tiny being caught up. They still have the Stampede to try and jump out. The Eclipse, though, clears through MJZ. Just Lucent Beams, in fact. Moo's still stuck in there with the Firefly going. Tiny down, the 2 supports from the Radiant gone, and there's the Lasso. Dark Mago going to drag the Storm back in. NoPing moving into that area with 3 heroes, but suddenly bringing everybody they needed, while Minos and Frank just not available to fight.
Yeah, Pandaboo just removing the magnetizes, keeping his team alive, healing them up. HFN, in this fight, he was able to have impact, especially providing that lunar blessing for all his allies. They gotta do something about Pandaboo. They gotta get him to stop getting these clutch heals and shields off. Pressure him in the fight, make him get his borrow time off, silence him or something while you're going for other targets.
Or just kill him.
There it is. Yeah, that's what MNZ's got to do. He's got to hunt this Abaddon if NoPing is not split up in the fights. When they're all clumped up together, Abaddon is actually the best target you can go on.
Attack the healers. The archers and the healers, that's who you want to go for. Don't go for the phalanx at the front. Minos has done a pretty good job so far. Maneuvering himself into the back of his fights as they do get the tiny with the silences, and Leo Star jumps out of that stomp. Matthew, though,
Matthew's still so tanky.
he's popped his wand, and yeah, he's tanked through the majority of that damage, surviving, in fact. Rocket Flare misses.
Yeah, they got solid information, though, where NoPing is on the map now. Plus, the word was seeing some more of it. And MNZ just going topside, split pushing. Bottom tower could be in danger. Centaur, he's got Vanguard Hood, very tanky, can tank it up with the Retaliate, doing damage to the tower.
And a sneaky Roshan from Thunder Predator. I mean, it's a pretty dead even game, you know, 20 to 20, around 20 minutes in. Anything to get an edge over your opponents, this Aegis could be that little thing that unlocks that match for them.
Excellent reaction from Thunder Predator here, seeing that all heroes were bottom. Like I said, that information that they received, what they do with it, they went straight into the Roshan pit. So even though Earth Spirit did die while they were going for the Tiny, knowing that the Tiny was low health and all the heroes were there, allowed them to secure this clean Roshan. Weaver with Aegis, that's annoying now, because he's been the big damage dealer for Thunder Predator, just sniping from the sniping the back lines, and now it's even harder to kill. They're gonna go for this?
They're going for it.
Oh,
they missed the blink stomp. He just Shikuchi's away. I mean, he's got S and Y.
Wasted.
Ogarax Aegis, 2,500 HP. I mean, this Batrider is still
he's
going.
stuck?
He's stuck. That flame break that pushed him into that little cranny. That Aegis is gone. The Thunder Predator, they've got to come and save him. Eclipse is going to come. They've got the stomp onto the Weaver. They've caught out Minos. He's just being burst into oblivion. Gets the time. That's but he's stuck again. No way! That's an illegal move. You're not meant to be there. Oh God! Batrider with his BKB chases on the Frank now. Viper's getting his raindrops popped. He's looking pretty dead in the Firefly. Tries to stand his ground to battle, but NoPing. I just spring into action. Dark Maga with an arcane rune yet again, would you believe it? For like the 5th time this game. Wants MJZ. Toss the Centaur in. The holy hand grenade of Oscar. As it's Dark Mago that clears through the clockwork. But boy, oh boy, if we could see what happened to that Weaver.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think the Frog is a fan of NoPing. That's what I think.
There
Look at
it
this.
is.
Flame break.
Yeah.
Got stuck on this low ground thing. He pulls the Weaver. Like, he could have just left them there, by the way. He could have left them in that crevice all lassoed, and it would have been hilarious. But then, you know, he tried to get away by using the time lapse, gets stuck again in the same exact place. What a disaster. You know, they're lacking disables on the side of NoPing. But, you know, when you got little crevices like that,
Man.
why need stuns?
I've always been a big advocate of using the terrain to your advantage. You know, holding high ground to pop smokes, fighting high ground to low ground. Don't go. You said it a couple of games ago. You don't want to be running down the river. There's another example there. Use the terrain to trap and stun your opponents.
I didn't even know you could get stuck there.
Not me neither. I did see
Like,
one the
every
other
day
day.
learn something.
Radiant, so to the left of Radiant Outpost, bottom, there's like that high ground ward spot, right? Just to the left of that, there's like a tree where you can get stuck. I saw it in a game the other day, and it's just like, why? Why is this allowed?
Dire are scanning.
Well, NoPing suddenly up 6,000 gold. They got the kill onto the Weaver who had an Aegis, which, like, if you asked me as soon as they got that Roshan, is this Weaver ever gonna die? I would have told you no. But they managed to kill him, his teammates, and they got so much map control from there. And now the Luna is ahead. 14,500 net worth in total now. He's pretty much climbed his way back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, only, what, 3 minutes ago, we were saying he was dead even with the Weaver. It was 20 to 20. It was pretty even net worth-wise. All it takes is that one team fight.
Yeah, and they're going high ground
wave. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's got Manta BKB, Catapult's coming, Centaur with Max Retaliate to tank and do damage to that tower. Batrider's ready with his Ether Lens BKB and a regen rune so he can move in, trade effectively, run out and pop that regen pretty happily. But it looks like they're being very disciplined, not wanting to move into that aggressive position on the high ground.
They just wanted to get the reaction from TP here, make them go back to the base. And I want to reiterate something, Gary. The importance of this game right now, okay? NoPing is up 6,000 gold in a very good position. This game can pretty much mean one of these team is gonna go to the major, and the other one isn't. Right? They got 2 slots. Thunder Predator, they got 6th place at the last major. NoPing, they've been dominating every other team. We've been looking for their matchup against TP and their matchup against Beast Coast specifically, because whoever comes out ahead between those 3 heroes is pretty much going to be going to the major.
Yeah, it's pretty much this series defines who plays second fiddle to Beast Coast. I mean, you think about the length of the season. We're like halfway through now. You can't be reliant on other teams slipping up or making mistakes. We saw NoPing take a series off Beast Coast middle of last season. It kind of came out of nowhere and proved their strength.
Well, speaking of that, are you sure NoPing, if they were to win, they're going to be playing second fiddle to Beast Coast? What if Beast Coast is playing second fiddle to NoPing?
That is a very good point.
I mean, right now, the position NoPing's at in this game, it looks really good. For Thunder Predator, like this is the time where you should be able to run into these fights, have the Weaver be able to move around freely, kill anybody that he wants, and like maybe you get some trades and the game gets delayed a little bit, but it just kind of feels like NoPing can take any tower they want on this map. This is the last tier 2 tower here left alive for Thunder Predator. It's gonna fall. And what does TP do? They got good items though. They do got the BKBs now up on the Weaver and the Storm. They gotta win this fight. This is like a must-win engagement for them.
It has to be like a nuclear bomb dropped on this with a form of initiation that we've not seen before, like Storm, Earth Spirit, Clockwork. They've got to go on to multiple targets. It's not just dumping onto one hero. They've got to catch the Abaddon, silence him. They've got to find that Luna to stop her getting her spells off.
Exactly.
Has to be very choreographed and executed to perfection, as we're going to see them clash in the jungle. Blink stops, silenced up. Leo Style dodges it out. The Eclipse, nice catch there. Does put Oscar inside the cogs, but HFN got his ult and his BKB out, so Frank is down and forced to buy back. Leo Style is starting to run low on mana now. He's trying to ball back in as the BKBs will wear off, and HFN just stands his ground. The Luna, he's doing so much damage. Batrider does get vortexed and finally brought down, but the Avalanche toss. Matthews in again. Storm Spirit turns and battles, but Oscar's killed off moves. Abaddon's trapped in the cogs, but he's still got heals to push out. HFN, he's gonna die. MNZ gets the takedown, and Oscar's on the run. Centaur bailing away in a fight where they bought back on that Earth Spirit. Thunder Predator drew it out.
Yep, they got the Viper buyback too. They fought with the double BKBs. This is the huge win that we TP are looking for. Like, look how this engagement starts, right? Leostar gets that nice silence onto the Centaur. He sees the Batrider going in. They jump the Viper first. Viper dies. He instantly buys out. And then now the Weaver is focusing the Batrider. That Batrider has an arcane rune. He gets glimmered up. They don't have the reveal. They wait for it. Leostar saving all his mana, waiting to see where the Batrider comes out. Goes straight for him, kills him off, and you can see NoPing just funneling in, going to that Storm, trying to keep the Bat alive. And now they're just getting picked off one by one. Viper with that buyback going onto the Luna kills him because he doesn't have any BKBs left. No real way of getting out of that engagement. So 2 buybacks, these heroes die again. They're going to be gone for a long time, but they gave a little bit of a boost for the Weaver and the Storm winning that fight.
But as NoPing, knowing that those buybacks did get used, they smoke up. They want to go again.
They don't feel bad. They don't feel too bad at all.
The Stampede, the smoke pops.
It's the
Viper, it's the buyback Viper. Frank gets caught up. The hand grenade again, tossing him into the Centaur stump, and he's dead for 75 seconds. Roshan fast spawn is in about 15, but it looks like it's going to be map control as the name of the game here for NoPing.
Definitely, and you can see where they're positioned on the map. They want to control top, they want to control middle, they want to get HFN some more gold and wait for this Roshan to spawn. This is the big objective here for HFN. And what's the timer? Oh, that's a long spawn on Roshan. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Are scanning.
Plenty of time for Thunder Predator. So respawn, try and wave cut as we see Moose lurking up in the shadows at top.
Yeah,
Waiting to see anybody show.
An instant Roshan there, Gary, could have sealed the fate for Thunder Predator.
Oh, it could.
They could have been out of this game because we know how powerful the second Roshan is.
Oh, they catch Moose. Yeah, he came out to clear that wave, but Matthew was in position, and that TP from Dark Mago. They'll try and roll away. He actually gets through the tiny tower, though. We'll finish him off, and now Moo's dead for 70 seconds. That's the second hero in a row. They've chained kills onto diebacks, and they're pushing ramps. They've gone high ground already with a Luna. Look at how quickly the buildings fall.
has
Yeah,
fallen.
and Matthew was also hunting on the other side. He got stuck in a tree with the gem. But yeah, they got the top racks. That was actually brilliant from NoPing. Just, going through the top wave, realizing what Thunder Predator is doing. They're splitting the map, and they don't really have the heroes to defend. So when they found that Earth Spirit pickoff, they know that there's only 3 heroes left for TP. Just went straight to the high ground. And you know what Glaives do when they start hitting the racks is they just keep bouncing. Even if you try to defend, you'll take way too much damage from the Glaives bouncing through the racks. Just kind of to give up that objective. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Atrocities against buildings.
Yeah. Got a Scotty almost complete on the Luna as well. Weaver going for an MKB, trying to keep up with the Luna's item progression. That butterfly, need to counter that.
Dire Vision spotted Storm and Clockwork, but Radiant Vision watched that Stampede coming a mile away. So Centaur ulti now down. Leo Style and MJZ both escaping with their lives, and it looks like they'll get the D ward going. Matthew realizes there was some vision up there. And now 20 seconds for Roshan. HFN, he's itching for it. Pokes his head into the Roche pit. Minos nearby as well, but he's not up yet. Smoking out of their base as well, Thunder Predator. Frank. Just going to clear out that mid-wave. Nobody's showing just yet.
They don't really want to fight though on Thunder Predator. Like, they want to stop this Roshan from happening, but they need the Weaver to finish his MKB. He still needs 275 more gold. He's so close to it. It's an insanely big item. Yep,
Yeah,
he's going to bug this.
Roche.
He's going to notice they're not doing it. Yeah, and he's going to go top and
top.
farm that wave right now. Finish that MKB. This Roshan is everything right here.
And he just cheese and shard. And you can see Dark Mago, with his boots of travel. Octarine core up. He's doing a grand job getting out onto the side lanes, pushing them out. So eventually that bot lane is going to start reaching the tier 3. And you will force Thunder Predator away from their position.
Also a quickening charm on top of that Octarine core. That TP is a 26-second cooldown for the Batrider.
Balanced.
Very strong. Can farm a lot while always being ready to fight. Oscar, he's got this Lotus Orb on the Centaur. He can remove the Orchid off anyone who gets silenced. What I would like to see from NoPing is Oscar saving that Lotus for the Abaddon if he gets Orchided. And then the Abaddon can easily save anybody else who gets stunned up. And if Abaddon doesn't get Orchided, then how do you, hold him down? How do you stop him from being able to get saves off? I think Thunder Predator are in a very big pickle here. They're going to need to pull something crazy. They need some magic. That's what they need. They're going to need some Thunder Predator magic this game.
Right, try to bring the thunder. I mean, one thing Luna does suffer against, though, we've seen it, is the gap close when she gets jumped. She can get blown up. Hook shot into
difference. I would say the difference here between most Lunas that does happen to and this one is that there's an Abaddon covering her.
Yeah.
So you can't really blow her up if all your stuns are being removed and she's going to be healed up. So Luna without saves is completely different in comparison to the draft that NoPing have. And on top of that, they also got the Centaur Stampede and the Lotus Orb. So the Stampede is also another save that can let the Luna just disengage. And that's why her build is pretty perfect for the game. Doesn't need a pike at all.
So how do you approach this then? Do you try and hookshot cogs the Luna and then ignore her and focus others?
I would love to see them just go for a kill on Batrider. I think you're going to have to pretend like you're sitting on top lane with all your heroes and try to get this Bat who's split pushing with the Storm and the Weaver. They need to take a different angle of fight. And if they can kill the Batrider first, especially right now he doesn't have a buyback, then they can easily get a Roshan for free on Thunder Predator.
And Dark Mago kind of feels something coming. Cuts that final wave, TPs to his outpost. And
yeah, goes back to his team. If he's with his team, he's not going to die. Can't get picked off.
And Roshan is alive. MKB delivered to the Weaver. Finishes off that little lunar illusion being sent out by HFN. They are definitely starting to piss off Thunder Predator. They're being herded back into this one area of the map, farming incredibly inefficiently because of it.
He's got a quiver on the Weaver too. It's pretty nice.
They're just walking down mid lane.
They want to outposition TP here. Dark Mago is going in.
Mago. Straight up to the high ground. Two-man blink stomp. Lasso on the Storm. And they've got the cogs in the hook shot, but Leo Star's forced to buy back. Weaver gets his BKB out there, but HFN charges forward, aggressively moving. The Luna takes the high ground, slays MJZ. They've got the Batrider. Caught it though. Storm Spirit does find the pick off. BKB wearing out on him. HFN retreating. Another Arcane Rune has spawned as Matthew wants to make another jump in. As Oscar, he's so tanky. He's in there in a 1v3, and yeah, HFN's Luna just rejoins that fight once again. Open it up thanks to the Centaur and Tiny.
Storm's
chasing
dead.
Minos. Storm, or is he really? Leo Star's gone. Minos going to get back to Fountain, but it's high ground time again. A minute and a half out of Storm. Moose falls. Dark Mago gets the tick damage on him, and high ground has been breached.
I think that's it, Gary. They're going straight for the throne.
Go for tier 4s.
Tier 4s. Oh no. Thunder Predator, they don't have any heroes left alive. They need 25 more seconds for the Viper. The Weaver doesn't do enough damage to be able to push these guys off.
HFN glaives are still bouncing. They've got that Curse of Avernus. And it looks like it is over. 16k lead converted into that final fight. The buyback's not working out for Thunder Predator. Minos trying valiantly to defend his Ancient, but it's not to be. GG's called by Moose. And the battle for second place, NoPing come out victorious.
Wow. That is just absurd. My jaw is on the floor right now because like these guys, you know, they got 6th at the major against all these international teams, and they come back home, they play in DPC season 2, and they've already lost 2 games. Now the only way for them to be able to go to the next stage is